there, I'm Linda and this is Huttons Valley Permaculture. In today's video, I just wanted to show you my peach tree guild. I've got 240 metres of swales that I've planted various fruit and nut trees on, but they still need a lot of work. There's a lot of grass that you can see in the background there that's coming up through. I've got to get in more support species, I've got to get in some sort of understory plants, ground covers, lots of work to be done. But it's bit by bit because there's just me doing it. I've been propagating some plants, so that takes time. But it's time to put some of my plants into the ground, and I've started with my apricot guild, which is down the end there. But today I'm going to be working in my peach tree guild. So I just thought I'd show you my plans for my peach tree guild. I've planned my guild on graph paper so I can give plenty of space to my plants. It's a starting point, and I'll adjust the plan as I observe and interact with the site. You can think through the growing conditions for each plant and plan for that. Although as you'll see, I don't always get this right to start with. Now this is my plant nursery where I put all the plants that I've grown from seed or I'm propagating from cuttings. I mean, it's not great, but it's doing the job. Now I've got various plants. I've potted up, I split some chives and I've got that going. But here I've got some gooseberries that I want to plant out in my peach tree guild. I've also got some tagasasti trees here, which is a nitrogen fixing legume. So that's sort of a support species that I'll be planting out in the peach tree guild as well. I've got various red currants. Probably won't be planting those today, but it'll be the gooseberries that I get out. I've also potted up some aloe vera from little pups, but they've been affected by the frost, so I might have to move those and give them a bit more love. Over here I've got some trees. I think they're acacias. They grew from seeds just up in my food forest from some mulch I'd put down. So my mum actually helped get those potted up, and I've been slowly spreading those around in my food forest. I've got various chamomile popping up through the garden, so I might dig that up and move that up there as well so it's ready for spring. I've got some comfrey here that don't really look like comfrey because it's winter, but the roots will take off. Some Vietnamese mint that needed to get in the ground a year ago. Some oregano I've got going, and rosemary again should have been in the ground. And I've just dug up a wormwood from the front garden because it'll be in a better spot up in this guild. So I'm going to take them up and get them in the ground. Alright, so it's not really much of a guild just yet, but I have visions for it. I've got my canopy species in, which in this guild is the peaches. There are at least 2 different varieties, a golden queen and a red haven. I've just planted a few extra support species yesterday. This is the tagasasti tree, which is a support species, and here's an acacia. And this is the red haven peach tree. More acacias. And this tagasasti is really starting to get going. And this is my 3rd peach tree. It's really not very complex at the moment. I need to add some diversity in here, add some more support, some more productive trees, and just get all this grass under control. First, I'm going to get in the larger plants. So the gooseberries I'm going to place according to my little map. So I've got 3 gooseberries positioned between this peach tree and the peach tree here. So they need about 1 metre between each one. That's those 3, and I've got 4 on the other side. will start to show themselves come spring, but trust me, there's roots down there. And I've planted oregano, and that's a little wormwood. I've got 2 rosemaries over there. I decided that my gooseberries, some of them were in the wrong spot, but down the track they get too shaded by the peach trees. So I've decided to move these 2. I've moved this one so far, and I've replanted in its place a little Vietnamese mint. I've still got to move that one. The gooseberries can tolerate some shade, but they do better in full sun. So rather than leave them where they won't be too productive, I decided to move them. These little guys that make it all worthwhile. There was no birds in the paddock when I moved here, but now. Thanks for joining me as I planted out some of my peach tree guild. I'll be sure to show you updates on how it goes throughout spring, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye for now.